Boundaries. Do you love them or hate them? I know a lot of people tend to just kind of go, oh, we're really going to talk about boundaries. But sometimes we have to, right? Because boundaries are actually going to help us recover from burnout and hopefully stay out of burnout again. So there's three types of boundaries that I want to talk about, right? We've got work boundaries. So this is around how much time you spend at work. Are you taking on extra projects or are you staying late? Then you've got personal boundaries. So how many social events do you accept? What do you do for yourself? And then we've got boundaries with ourselves, right? Being able to stay focused on our priorities. And the reason I bring up boundaries with ourselves is we're often the ones who cross over our boundaries. We push over them, we don't care, or we just go, what does it matter this time? And then this cycle just keeps repeating, right? And so we have to set boundaries with ourselves and we have to respect ourselves enough to follow those boundaries. But boundaries are hard because saying no feels really difficult, right? We feel like we can't say no because we don't want to hurt other people's feelings. We don't want to make them mad at us. But when we start to shift our mindset around boundaries and the word no, because no is a complete sentence, we can start to protect ourselves and potentially prevent burnout, right? We can recover from it when we have those boundaries. And no, use the word no, because boundaries tell people how to treat us, right? So I remember one day at work being asked if I could come in and help with a crisis or stay late and help with a crisis. So the first time I said sure. What happens after that? I keep getting asked because I've already said okay one time. So where is my boundary? How do I reestablish that so that I'm not always the one getting called in, not always the one coming in, right? I have to be okay saying no because no is a complete sentence. And the truth is, people might be irritated or upset for a moment, but they're going to respect you more when you say no and set a boundary. So how do we set boundaries and have those tough conversations? We have to keep it focused on us and what we need and why, right? So I could have set a boundary instead of coming into work. This is no, I have to get home. I have some things I have to take care of. I have stuff going on. I can't stay. I can't come back tonight. How do we not take on those extra projects, right? That might be another one. But how do we say that? So here's an example. Feel free to use it or use it to create your own. I might say, no, I don't have the capacity to take on more. If I take it on, I won't be able to complete all my other duties to the fullest of my potential. But then there's the guilt. Oh, the guilt of boundaries. How do we work on that? Right? Well, one, recognize feelings are going to come and go, and they're not always reasonable. So, to work through the guilt, remind yourself that boundaries provide guidance to how others should treat you. It says, I respect myself enough to say I can't do this or this is a boundary, and I'm asking you to respect me, right? Because people do respect that honesty. They will respect those boundaries. It's our guilt and our own emotions that lead us to believe they won't, but I promise you they will. If you're feeling guilty, you might ask yourself, where is this guilt coming from? What triggered it? You might start to explore the emotions and thoughts related to it. And as you're looking at the thoughts, start to challenge those thoughts if they're coming from a negative place. Because I promise you, people will respect your boundaries. People want to know what is and isn't okay in their relationship, whether it's a personal relationship or a working relationship. So the biggest boundary mistake I see people do that does lead to burnout is saying yes to everything and everyone because you want to people please or you want them to like you. They will like you when you have boundaries just as much as if you say yes. So to prevent burnout, make sure you're protecting your time and doing it for yourself too.